Welcome back. If it is joining us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television. A reminder of our top stories. Heavy downpour ravages 2,000 houses in Makurdi, Benue State capital, as residents and the state government trade blames. Over 1,000 persons are rescued from in and around Houston, Texas, as tropical hurricane Harvey continues to hammer Texas with heavy rains. Tony Nwoye emerges as the All Progressives Congress candidate for the November governorship election in Anambra State. And thousands flee their homes following 2 days of violence and a deepening crisis in the state of Rakhine in Myanmar. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our websites, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device, or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. The Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have access to the Eyewitness feature, with which you can share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. Let's take a look at some of the pictures that you sent into our Eyewitness portal. We begin with this one. It's the picture of a gory image of a boy our Eyewitness reporter says was shot dead in the face between traders, in a face-off between traders in Owerri, the Imo State capital, and men of the State Task Force over the demolition of their market stalls. Next, we see a picture from Ampa Quarters, Tionsha area of Benue State, a flooded street. Our Eyewitness reporter says this resulted from a heavy rainfall that lasted more than 3 hours. The next picture is quite like it. It's also happened in Benue State, but in Makurdi, the state capital. We see residents wading through a flooded street. Our Eyewitness reporter wants the government to work on the drainages to avert a recurrence. Our next picture is from Gombe Yola Road in Anambra State, showing a fallen truck. Eyewitness report says this vehicle fell because of the bad state of the roads. He is worried by the hardship motorists go through using this road and calls for urgent attention. Here's where our journey ends. The image of a dilapidated billboard hanging dangerously over a road. Eyewitness reporter who sent this in from Ibadan Motor Park at Ijebode in Ogun State says relevant bodies need to attend to this before it becomes a disaster. Thanks for sending in those pictures, and please keep them coming. We continue with politics. Members of SERAP community in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State have thrown their weight behind the candidacy of Governor Willie Obiano as the flag bearer of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the November 18 governorship election in the state. This follows alleged reports that the parallel primary of the party in SERAP produced another candidate. Debunking the story, the President General of the community, Mr. Edison Ume, says there is no division whatsoever in the party and that it will do all that is required to support Governor Obiano based on his performance.
Members of SERAP community in Orumba South local government area of Anambra State chanting songs of solidarity to declare their support for Governor Willie Obiano. The community dissociates itself from online publications suggesting the backing of another APGA candidate through a parallel primary.
Any other person coming to this community will not accept that person. Willie Obiano will know. He's doing a lot of things in this community.
The members further affirmed their unflinching support for the candidacy of Governor Obiano. From the community leaders to the party's leadership, they all speak with one voice on the need to maintain the party's unity.
There is no true APGA. So whoever they saw here is fake. Chief Oye was elected by National Convention of APGA at the Women Development Center, Oka, and the National Convention of the party has neither suspended nor removed him. So anything purportedly done somewhere in Enugu was wrong and false. On the strength of that, there is no other chairman, national chairman of APGA and there is no faction of APGA.
The President General and the traditional ruler of the community are on the same page as they insist that Obiano's candidacy has been made an easy sell to the electorate by virtue of his performance in the last 3.5 years.
Obiano is my candidate, is my governor, and is my friend.
They want to tarnish the image of this town. Ezira is a very peaceful town. And our amiable governor, Willie Obiano, is doing a very wonderful work in Ezira. A major road that leads from Ezira to Umuoma to other communities. For many years, bicycle cannot pass through that road. But look at today. Chief Willie Obiano, our amiable governor, the evidence is clear, I have to confess, is now doing that road.
The people of Ezira appear to have made their preferred choice, a move that should further boost Governor Obiano's confidence as the November 18th election approaches.
The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, is asking the President to instruct the military to stop monitoring activities of Nigerians on social media. In an open letter written to President Muhammadu Buhari, the group expresses concern over the violation of the constitutional rights of Nigerians to freedom of expression and privacy online. This letter follows a statement by the Director of Defense Information, Major General John Enenche, that the activities of Nigerians on social media are now being monitored for hate speech, anti-government and anti-security information by the military. SERAP insists that Nigerians should be allowed to discuss government policies and engage in political debate, report on corruption in government, and exercise their right to expression of opinion and dissent. The group notes that protecting the expression of Nigerians on the internet is critical to democracy's survival. Meanwhile, the Nigeria police have declared the chairman of the Senate Committee on Navy, Senator Issa Misau, a deserter who left the Nigeria police as a serving deputy superintendent to contest for the Senate seat. Force Public Relations Officer Mr. Jimo Moshood, who made this known in Abuja, also says the police is seeking a prompt consideration of the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges to compel the senator to return to the police to answer a query as to why he deserted the police without proper retirement. This allegation is coming on the heels of allegations by Senator Misau that the Inspector General of Police collects gratifications from policemen attached to private citizens and oil companies.
Senator Issa Misau dubiously absconded and deserted the Nigerian police force on the 24th September 2010 when he was redeployed to Niger State Police Command. Considering all the above, the force is compelled to seek the prompt consideration of the Senate Ethics and Privilege Committee to prevail on DSP Mohammed Issa Ama to return to the Nigerian police force to face the force disciplinary committee for various acts of serious misconduct, unprofessional wrongdoing, contrary to discipline, and other discreditable improper behaviors unbecoming of a police officer.
The Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, has ordered immediate repairs on the bad portion of the Asaba-Onitsha Highway. A statement from the Minister's Special Advisor on Communications says Mr. Fashola has directed Federal Controllers of Works in Edo and Delta States to mobilize contractors to begin repair work. Channels Television had earlier run a story on the bad state of the Federal Highway that resulted in a massive gridlock causing hardship to motorists and commuters. According to the Minister, the repairs are meant to offer immediate relief and an improved travel experience for motorists using the highway.
I'm waiting for the rain to subside. The rain have now subsided.
Perennial flooding experienced by residents in Yakoyo, Akwite, Ajuwon and Songo axis of Ogun States, may soon be over with the road and bridge construction embarked on in the area by the state government. According to the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun, the infrastructure upgrade in the area is part of the government's mission to rebuild the state. The governor has been visiting those areas to inspect some of the projects and ascertain the progress of work done. Contractors have also been briefed to intensify road construction in the area to complement the bridge construction. Meanwhile, women will continue to be one of the primary focus for the Kano State government. Governor Abdullahi Ganduje gave this assurance when he flagged off the 2017 training and empowerment program for women across the 44 local government areas of the state.
An elated Governor Abdullahi Ganduje moves around to see some of the items produced by women who benefited from the state's empowerment program. Inside the hall, hundreds of women from the 44 local government areas of Kano State gather for another round of the training program. Knowing the critical role women play in development, Governor Ganduje believes equipping these women with skills will go a long way towards improving the lives of the people.
We attach so much importance to this program because we believe by the time you graduate, we give you empowerment, we give you materials, we give you money. We believe you will be able to do your trading, you will be able to employ others, you will be able to improve your economic situation, and by implication, the economic prosperity of Kano State.
The state government is not only concerned about women in the cities, it's also extending the program across the state.
Those who are promoting different kind of trade, like those who are involved in knitting, like those who are involved in the selling of drugs, medicine, those who are involved in selling shoes, those who are involved in selling textiles, so many other things. I requested the chairman of local government to give us a complete catalogue so that we can sit down and see how we can improve the quality of life of our women in our local governments.
Under the program, about 6,700 women will be trained and empowered in various skills. One after the other, they are called out to receive their starter packs.
Immediately after Salah, we continue with the second batch with Kano's house. Immediately after that one, we take up with the Kano North, and a week after, all these women we have told you will be gathered in a place, a very large place that will accommodate them to give them the start-up capital, because this money has been paid into the ministry's account long ago. So all that His Excellency is waiting for the disbursement is to conclude the training.
This is the second batch of the empowerment program, and the state government is asking women to tap into this opportunity to help them become self-reliant.
State governors and some deputies of the South and Southeast states are currently meeting in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The meeting follows an earlier meeting held by the governors in Enugu last month as part of efforts to promote economic development and integration among the states. The governors of Delta, Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom, and the deputies of Cross River, Bayelsa, and Anambra states were received by the River State Governor, Nyesom Wike, and by his Chief of Staff. Meanwhile, more governors have also arrived at the meeting, which is expected to have the full House of 11 states representation. Issues of governance, restructuring, the economy, and other national concerns are expected to form part of the agenda for the meeting. When the news at 10 returns, on Community Report tonight, leaders of several communities in Esako local government area call for cleanup of their communities because of oil spill. Please join us again.